Hey folks, it's Bill Swift from Swift Canoe and Kayak, and we are here for one of our favorite days to introduce our 2022 pack boats. This is our fastest growing category. We have many beautiful boats to show you today. And why buy a Swift pack boat? One of the biggest reasons is the weight. And Adrian, let's show the folks how light this boat is. It's easy for me, a 6'4" guy, to show you, but how about a 5'8", 120-pound woman? So easy to pick the boat up comfortably and to put it on your shoulder. We're going to take you through all these babies now. So what is a pack boat and why do you want to buy a Swift pack boat? Pack boats resemble canoes. They're very lower cut, beautiful shapes, extremely lightweight, and the big thing is that they have the kayak seat and kayak foot braces in them. So you paddle them most of the time much like a kayak. So use a kayak paddle, really cruise through the water nicely, but they're open. They feel like a sit-on-top kayak. They're just beautiful paddling. So we'll go through the different models with you. What's really cool about our pack boats is that we do the whole construction with resin infusion, and we infuse the hull of the boat with the gunnel of the boat with a foam core as one structural part. So when we pull them out of the mold, the gunnel is already attached. It allows us to build them super lightweight and super strong. And all of our pack boats have really cool looks to them. There's many different laminates, construction, ways to get them built. Another reason why you want to look at buying a Swift pack boat is that we have the most accomplished designer in the industry, great guy, David Yost. We call this the DY Square. And I'm going to show you right here, this is a Prospector 14 pack. And a lot of our boats have very similar design characteristics. The thing that DY is most known for is he really puts a rounded chine area right around the bilge of the boat where the water meets the side of the boat. And if you watch this, they're very consistently rounded from one end to the next. So what you get with that is that when the water hits the side of the boat, they roll underneath the boat with very little effect of pushing the boat around. Many boats are flatter bottom, straighter sides, and they have a little bit more of this feel to them when you're paddling. David is an absolute genius. Another reason you want to buy a Swift pack boat is that we have a super comfortable seating system. We hear often from people that we have by far the most comfortable seating system in the pack boat industry. We have worked for years developing a specific shape for the base of the seat. This is a carbon seat base. We make it in-house, put some unidirectional carbon in it, carbon and Negra layers and pieces, a full layer of black carbon on the top of it. So this shape really fits a wide variety of posteriors very nicely. So the shape of the carbon seat base is so important, but the real critical part of this is the padding, the comfort part. So this is the padding that we have, the seat itself. What's really cool about this is that the strap flows through the back of the seat. So when you clip this in and you pull the seat back up, you don't want to make this super tight. When you paddle, the seat will move with you. And there's some really cool features within the padding of the seat. There's the lumbar support that's adjustable up and down. I'm on the seat now. It's so comfortable. Let me show this to you. This is the foam and the material that's in the seat back itself, on my back right here. It's super pliable, super flexible. You can pour water right through this. This ripstop nylon against your body, this is so comfortable. And then here's the base of the seat. It's an inch thick foam, and it's a foam that's been designed for the medical industry for enhanced blood flow management. They use it on wheelchairs, special needs equipment. Super, super comfortable. And Joe, let's show them in the back here. This is the seat itself. I don't like it super tight. I like the lumbar support for my back pretty high up, but everyone likes it in a different position. When I paddle with this seat and I move my body, the seat moves a little bit with me. It's got a super cool feel to it. So I can paddle for an hour or two and not have that feeling of, this thing's killing me, I gotta get the heck out of it. The Swift Pack Boat seat system, it rocks. Let's start talking about our two general recreational pack boats, the Pac 12-6 and 13-6. Here is a Pac 12-6 in the carbon fusion laminate with a really cool looking carbon Negra on the outside. It's got our black and gold, our new carbon Kevlar trim system for 2022. It's got a super cool look to it, very consistently smooth. This boat has the cherry interior, which comes standard on all of our pack boats. The adjustable high back seat that we just went over. And then how about our kayak foot braces? These come standard on all of our boats. Very easy to adjust right from where you're sitting. They've got a nice shape that really cups your foot nicely if you're just in a pair of socks, or some people like to paddle without their shoes on a nice day. This boat is so lightweight. This is one of the lightest pack boats that we make. And about 20 pounds in the carbon laminate. I believe it's 22 pounds. This particular one has the champagne, the two-tone finish on it. Now the Pac 12-6 is very straight keeled in the back end and has a little bit of rocker forward. It's really stable, super comfortable boat. It really suits an average size to smaller person looking for a nice day paddling boat. Someone could put enough gear in it for weekending, shorter trips. Just a super user-friendly, comfortable pack boat. The one right next to it, here is the Pac 13-6, which we've been building for a number of years, and this is a boat that Joe Robinette used for many years, that he's really made it popular. This is a very utilitarian boat. So this particular one is an emerald green. We have the color match skid plates on the end, the ramming speed protectors. It's got the beautiful black and gold carbon Kevlar trim with the standard cherry interior. Now this boat has something unique that we offer. This is the universal mount package, where we put 3 mounts on the bow and 2 on the stern thwart. This is for camera equipment, fishing equipment. People hook up GoPros to it. It makes it really versatile, where you can do a lot of stuff with it. Now this particular shape doesn't have quite as much tumble home. It's got a little bit. But if we look over to the Pac 12-6 here, look at how much more tumble home this boat has, where the sides really get pulled in. So in the Pac 12-6, a smaller person doesn't have to reach as far over the sides when they paddle. The Pac 13-6, very popular with average size to larger people looking for a utilitarian pack boat. Something you may want to put a dog in with you, a child, or a bunch more camping gear. Both of these boats are just beautiful. Look at these smiles. Look at the smiles, folks. This is beautiful. Adrian is in the Pac 12-6, and she is target size for this boat. 5'8", 120 pounds, and she has long legs, but she still has lots of room to sit there. And Adrian, a comfortable size. Notice how, with how much tumble home there is, that it makes it easier for her when she wants to paddle. That's one of the big things about why you want to get a pack boat that has a lower cut rather than just a bigger, deeper canoe where you have to reach out more. So beautiful fit, Adrian. Mike is here, and our all-star Bo is here today. Bo weighs about 40 pounds, and Mike's, we're trying to get to eat a bit more linguine. You're about how tall?
5'10".
5'10". So he's target with a dog for the pack 13.6. Average size, bigger person with a dog. The 13.6 has a little bit more room for the dog. Really cool boat. So hope this gives you a good idea, a nice start to our video. If you are looking for performance and you want the latest in pack boat design and you really like a boat that moves for you, you want to look at one of these cruisers, and we have 4 of them now. The Cruiser 12.8 on the top, the Cruiser 14.8, by far most popular pack boat, the Cruiser 15.8, moi favorite for day paddling, and the Cruiser 16.8, which I love using when I go to my cottage and I want to load a ton of gear in the boat. So Joe, let's show them a good view of the design of these boats. What's really cool about them is that they have what we call S gunnels, where the gunnels have 2 bends in them. We can only do this with our carbon Kevlar trim, not with our aluminum trim or vinyl. That's why we've got this really cool looking lightweight trim package on them. Because we've got a double bend, we create a very narrow paddling station while still having a boat wide enough to give you really good stability. Now, like I showed you on the Prospector 14 pack, all of the cruisers, very rounded in the chine area, very consistently rounded from one end to the next. Now, here's something really important. With these cruisers, DY brought the widest point way up. So they've got lots of reserve stability. I can't believe how big of waves I've paddled with these cruisers. This 15.8 I had out in Georgian Bay off the Killarney coast, super windy day, it just rolled really nicely with the big rollers. They really surprise people how seaworthy they are. Now, they also have, if you look at this, they've got very narrow waterline shapes and lots of volume above the waterline. So they're really sleek, very straight tracking in the back end, very little rocker in the back. Most of the rocker in the boat, and it gets accelerated as it gets more towards the end, is in the front of the boat, creates less wetted surface area, a smoother ride. These cruisers, if you're looking for performance, you've got to look at one of these boats. Okay, folks, it's story time. How about 2 beautiful cruiser pack boats? This one is the Cruiser 12.8, sapphire blue in our Kevlar Fusion laminate. It's got the beautiful black and gold carbon Kevlar trim, the standard cherry interior, and a detachable carbon yoke. Very cool setup. Same super comfortable seating system I just showed you. And right next to it, we have the Cruiser 14.8 in the carbon fusion laminate. And this one's really neat. It's got the yellow hull on it, the 2-tone color with the matching yellow stickers on it. Now this also has the optional carbon interior. The carbon handles, the carbon thwarts. Very cool technology how we build these. They're made with 2-piece aluminum molds. They're all hollow parts. The same way we make our detachable carbon yokes. Very lightweight, very strong. So the Cruiser 14.8 is actually our best-selling pack boat. It meets the needs of an average-sized person wanting a general recreational boat and for lightweight canoe camping. The Cruiser 12.8 really fits average and smaller sized people that want a day paddling boat, weekending boat, and depending on your size, like someone smaller, 100, 120 pounds, could take more gear with them. These boats are absolute beauties, and let's show you with some nice fits in them. Lots of folks ask us about the fit of the boat, so let's go through this. So Adrienne is in the Cruiser 12.8, 5'8", 120 pounds, and she really fits the boat nicely. You can see the room that she has. She's got the foot braces adjusted well. Brandon, 5'10", 160, maybe 170. Looks really good in this boat. It really fits him well. Notice how he can put his knees, brace them right on the side of the boat. That's one of the things about the cruisers that you can do. And as you do that, it increases your feeling of stability of the boat. Now, Joe, let's circle around and let's show people the comfort in the back, just with the seats that both Adrienne and Brandon have. So you can see, Adrienne, why don't you move a little? You're kayaking. Move the stroke. Go back and forth a little bit. You can see how she can really move around in there, and it's so comfortable. It feels so good. If you want to, it's very easy. Brandon, why don't you show that again, how you can adjust the straps so easily. They work just like backpack straps, so if you want to sit up a little bit taller, and the lumbar support really helps get you in the proper paddling position and get you to sit more upright. So when you do that, you just feel so good. You can paddle in these boats for hours. This is the same seating system we've been using on our kayaks for years. We've really modified it. So the Cruiser 14.8, average size person and bigger. Cruiser 12.8, average size person and smaller. Awesome, guys. Cheers. So I'm 6'4" and about 230 pounds, and I love both the Cruiser 15.8 and the Cruiser 16.8. So this 15.8 right here is in our carbon laminate. It's really lightweight. Has the black and gold carbon Kevlar trim with a carbon interior. Super lightweight, super nice paddling. This is my choice. If I'm just going out for the day and I'm cruising around, it's just a really nice size for me. So average size, bigger people doing longer trips, a smaller dog, a small child could fit with you. Now right next to it, we have a Cruiser 16.8 in our new amber Kevlar fusion finish. This boat's absolutely gorgeous. Looks so good with the black and gold carbon Kevlar trim, and it would look good with either the standard cherry interior or the optional carbon handles and thwarts. This 16.8 has a super cool option that we offer. It's our high back seat in a sliding configuration. So I can take it right out. A neat thing with this is that while you're traveling, you always want to take it out, and the boat's so light without the seat in it. Now it's got a neat track system on the bottom. In the 16.8, we do a bigger, deeper seat. As the models change, they get bigger and a little wider. The seat we put higher and higher. Now the track mounts really nicely with an H channel that we put firmly on the bottom. Now when you can see 4 holes in the back, there's a pin here that you can adjust, you can tighten this with, that you set it right in. That's the balance position that we normally put the seat in. If you're putting a little bit of weight in front of you, a dog, a small child, you want to put it all the way back. If you're putting a big pack behind you, you can then slide the seat forward quite a bit. This is a super cool setup and a great option to get if you want a lot of versatility of the boat. Now this boat has an enormous amount of capacity to it. I can put myself 230 pounds. I can put 100, 150 pounds of gear in. My cottage is boat access and I don't own a motorboat. This is my transportation when I go in solo. I can put a big cooler of food, maybe beer, and packs in this. And still it can paddle through nice sized waves and paddle efficiently. That's what's really beautiful about it. And guys, the cruisers overall, it's not important that they're fast. It's that they're efficient. It's that when you take a stroke, they've got really good acceleration and they glide into the next stroke. They make it easy for you to paddle on a windy, wavy day. And if you do want to go fast, if you really want to lean on the paddle, these babies can absolutely fly. So let me show you my choice for day paddling. This is the size day pack that I often take when I go out in Algonquin Park for a cruise. So easy to put it right behind me. I was like taking my water bottle out, tucking it in right next to me, getting in and out. I'll put a paddle across. Now, my choice for the 15.8 or 16.8 cruisers is actually to get the carbon foot bar, which we'll show you in a few minutes. These are the kayak foot braces. I can paddle very comfortably in here. Bo, are you coming with me today? Look at this. We have another surprise visitor. So I take both a bench shaft canoe paddle and a kayak paddle when I go on day trips. And what I do on the portage is I tie them in. I'm going to show you at the end of the video. So I'll often use a shorter bench shaft. I like a 52-inch. You don't want to use a big, tall paddle you're in these boats if you're using a canoe paddle. You want to stay nice and low. Now this really shows you folks how narrow the water line is and how much roundness there is to the chine area. These boats are very comfortable. If I want to lean it way over, very comfortable to lean over to the sides. These cruisers are very straight tracking. So when I really want to put some energy into this and do a really good stroke, really put my body into it and lean on the paddle, push on my feet, these boats just move. Now, 98% of people using pack boats actually use kayak paddles. And I love the lever lock, the paddle that you can adjust the length of and the angle, the pitch of the paddle with just one adjustment. This is a Werner paddle. Bending Branches has one very similar. And one thing you really want to do, folks, if you've been kayakers for your life and you want to get a pack boat, the pack boats are a little bit wider and your seats are up a little bit higher because you're much more comfortable if you can get your butt off the ground of the boat a little bit. A lot of people that have kayaked for years, their legs get real tired. A lot of it is because your body is at a right angle shape. When you get your butt up a little bit, like driving in a car or a truck, it really allows the blood to flow more. It gives you more comfort. So I can paddle for hours like this with a kayak paddle. Just beautiful. Because it's straight tracking in the back end, it's really good in open lake country. And then with the roundness, with the rocker that it has in the front, and again, it's accelerated. As it gets further and further towards the end, the rocker picks up. We find that wetted surface area gets reduced and it gives it a little bit cleaner entry shape. Absolutely paddle beautifully. People that have these cruisers fall in love with them. Because it's got so much tumble home with the narrow paddling station and with the S-bend to the gunnel, David Yost's whole intention with that is that it allows you to paddle with your hand closer to the side of your body in a natural motion. If the boats were wider, you often reach out more and lean over to the side a little bit with each stroke. In the boat, your body goes back and forth and it throws your weight back and forth. When you can paddle with your hands real close to you, it allows you to keep your weight centered and balanced in the boat, and it really increases your feeling of stability. So this 15.8 is an absolute beautiful boat for me to take out for the day. And Joe, let's show them the cargo capacity one here. Look at this, guys. So in the 16.8 here now, we put a big barrel, a small barrel, a backpack. When I told you I went to my camps, I really load the heck out of this thing. Now this boat is a little bit deeper than the 15.8. So what we've done with this baby is we've put the seat up a little bit higher. So because of that, it's a little bit wider, the seat's a little bit higher. I will often use my paddle. I'll put it out another 4 or 5 centimeters in length when I'm in the 16/8 versus the 15/8. So the hardest thing, folks, is deciding which cruiser to get. And I strongly suggest to people, get several of them, and then you're going to be just so happy. How about another option? Our Prospector 14 pack is actually our second best-selling pack boat. It's our pickup truck. It's got tons of space, tons of volume inside of it. But what's really neat about it, it really surprises people, is that if you get down and you look at the actual waterline shape of the boat, it's got a really sleek shape to it. You really can paddle quickly and efficiently with this boat. Not quite like a cruiser pack, but for a boat that's really full in the ends, it looks like it wouldn't be quick, but it really is. So what David Yost has done, he's put a lot of flare above the waterline and put a lot of volume up higher in the boat. So this boat does several things. It gives you a very high storage capacity and paddler weight capacity. We've had up to a 350-pound paddler buy this boat and be very comfortable in it. And then you can put lots of gear if you want to, a dog, a child, fishing equipment. It's a highly versatile boat, and it paddles beautifully. This particular one is our Expedition Carbon laminate. So it's got the beautiful Basalta Negra on the inside. It's got the black carbon on the outside, the black and gold carbon Kevlar trim with the cherry interior, and our standard kayak foot braces and standard beautiful high back seat. Then let's take a look at this baby. Here's a Prospector 14 pack in the Kevlar Fusion laminate with a ruby finish. You can see the skid plates on the end of it are color match to the red of the hull. This one's got the standard black and gold carbon Kevlar trim, the carbon end caps, the cherry interior. Now this baby has the carbon foot bar, and this is a feature I really like because it allows you on the wider boats like the Cruiser 15/8, Cruiser 16/8, Prospector 14, and Keewaydin 15 to put your feet right in the middle as well as the sides, and I like that versatility. It does cost a little bit more, but allows you to, perhaps sometimes you have one foot on the side, one in the middle, or two towards the middle. It allows you to move around quite a bit. Now this Prospector 14 pack has that beautiful adjustable sliding seat we showed you on the Cruiser 15/8. So it's a popular option with this particular model. Beautiful, beautiful boat. And then let's show you folks a customer boat. So this is one that a customer ordered. This again is the Expedition Carbon laminate. So it's got the beautiful black carbon on the outside, and it's got the Basalta Negra on the inside. And this has the carbon handles and the carbon thwarts with the universal mount package on the carbon thwarts. 3 fittings on the bow thwart, 2 fittings on the stern thwart, and this particular customer ordered it with the cherry detachable yoke. And Joe, let's show this to folks in detail. So this particular system has a pin setup to it. It's super cool. So there's bolts on the ends of these handles, and then there's corresponding pins which we mount right into our gunnel system. When I put it on, I set one side, then come over and set the other side, and then I put them both on. When you do put them on, you don't want to crank the heck out of them and keep cranking and cranking. Just get them snug. Then you get in the right position to flip it up. And these boats are so light that they're so easy to pick up and put on your shoulders. We sell lots of the Prospector 14s, Keewaydin 15s to people that like to travel, that really want to put the boat on their shoulders And they're a weight that you can carry a backpack and the boat at the same time, so it makes the portaging or the carrying from one lake to another much easier. Look at these beautiful Prospector 14s. Which one's going to suit your needs the best? So let's talk about the fit of the Prospector 14 pack. We sell so many of these to guys and gals that really want to load the heck out of it, or they want to take a dog, a child with them. Mike is here with Bo, our superstar again. Bo weighs about 40 pounds. And you can see with the carbon foot bar, Mike can, if he wants to, move his feet in the middle a little bit to make sure Bo is behaving and being in the optimum position. Bo gets excitable when he sees ducks or loons and so on, so Mike likes keeping Bo right in front of them. Mike's about 5'10". We get people 200, 250, 300 pounds. This is the pack boat to suit your needs. We had a guy last year at 350. We built him a special carbon seat base that was beefier, and if you're a large person and you want us to do that, we can easily do it. It really helps support the larger weight more. Andrew's about 6 feet tall. He's got the boat right now. We got a whole bunch of gear in it. Check this out. We get people that'll take a Prospector 14 out on a real extended trip and take a lot of gear with them. And you can see the seat systems, the comfort of it. The seat on this boat's up a bit higher than the smaller cruisers. So comfortable. So if you're looking for versatility, carrying capacity, fishing too, this is a very popular boat with people that want to fish, because if they catch a fish, they want to lean the boat over and they're pulling the fish in with the net. This is a really comfortable boat for that. So Prospector 14 pack. Thanks, guys. Both the Prospector 14 and the Keewaydin 15 pack, we also do in a canoe version. And many customers aren't quite sure, do I want the canoe? Do I want the pack boat? I'm going to show you one of the canoes real quickly here. This is one that has our very popular multi-height pod system seats in it. So I've got the seat in the lower position, and I've got in it what's called the GCI sit-backer seat, which we have in our web store, swiftoutdoor.com. It's just a real nice setup. It's very comfortable. I can tighten it up. It's actually a stadium chair, and it's got straps on it, so you can really tighten it down. It's not quite as comfortable as this seat. This is definitely more deluxe, our standard pack boat seat. But if I'm not sure what I want, this is a really neat setup. So very comfortable boat, the Prospector 14 and the Keewaydin 15 to canoe with. And a lot of people like to do with a C-stroke where you turn the blade each time, or use when I'm down in the lower position like this. Very comfortable to use with the kayak paddle. So if you're not quite sure, if you're kind of on the fence between the canoe or the pack boat, getting the canoe with the multi-height seat pods with the GCI sit-backer seat, this is a great option to consider. So now let me show you how quickly on the canoe version, I can just unclick this, and I can raise this up, put it in the upper seat position. And this too, guys, the Prospector 14 is so stable that I can sit up high like this. Like this is even higher than the canoe seat with the padding on the seat right now. So some people, when they get to a fishing spot, like to sit up a little bit higher. They can see in the water better. Very comfortable position once you've gotten to your fishing hole to fish from. Very comfortable, stable. So consider this. Prospector 14 pack, Prospector 14 canoe with the multi-height seat pods. And if you can't decide, I suggest you get one of each of them. Here is another very popular boat for those that want to go tripping or really want to load their boat up. Here's the Keewaydin 15 pack. Very straight keeled in the back end like the cruisers, rocker forward, very efficient hull shape. I took a Keewaydin 15 pack on a paddle last fall with some friends, and I thought to myself, man, this is a really nice boat. If it wasn't for our cruisers, this would be the boat I would get. And for those people that really want to load the boat up, this Keewaydin 15 is a really cool boat. This particular one is the Kevlar Fusion laminate with the amber finish, our new finish. It's got the Kevlar skid plates on the ends, and with the amber boats, we'll do them in black. The carbon end caps, the black and gold carbon Kevlar trim. Ooh, that is nice and smooth. It's got the cherry interior, the cherry handles, the cherry thwarts. And this is the option, folks, that I really like, the adjustable carbon foot bar. So you can really adjust the position of your feet in the boat. Notice how much tumble home there is on this particular model. Again, it's one that you've got a pretty wide belly to it, but there's quite a bit of tumble home, so you don't have to reach over the sides as much when you're paddling. Now, this particular one also has the optional cherry yoke. So very easy to take on and off. We have something new this year. This is a sassafras yoke, and it's literally a pound lighter than the cherry and has a beautiful grain to it. Really good with the lightweight solo canoes and pack boats. I wouldn't use it on an 80-pound Royal X or plastic canoe. It's got a bit more play to it. But for those that want to get a wood yoke and they want to save every ounce they can, getting the sassafras is really nice. So this is a beautiful pack boat right here. Joe, let's show the folks this beautiful customer boat. This fellow ordered his Keewaydin 15 pack in our Carbon Fusion laminate with the beautiful carbon Negra Textreme finish. Ooh la la, très magnifique. If you'll notice, the white you see is the Negra, and it's pressed right into the carbon fabric and the spread toe fabric. It takes our team quite a while to put this laminate together. This one's over a champagne two-tone bottom with the champagne skid plates. And as folks, if you move in this, it's almost like the Mona Lisa, where the Negra eyes are following you down the boat. If you want a really cool, distinctive look, this carbon Negra Textreme is the way to go. This has our new 2022 carbon Kevlar trim to it. It's just so silky smooth. You want to take it home and show it some love and caress it each night. It's got the carbon handles, the carbon thwarts on it. And then this is super cool. Our carbon yokes are made with the two-piece aluminum molds that come together. All the fabric's been put in ahead of time. Once we push all the fabric down along the seam of it, we've got a special tool with that. Then we blow a bladder into it and we slowly infuse the resin from one end to the other. Super lightweight and super cool looking. So this particular Keewaydin 15 is set up to go. Andrew, you're looking good in this boat. Andrew's 6 feet tall. Keewaydin 15's got a nice fit for him. It really suits average size to larger people. We tend to sell a lot of them to people that really like to trip with them, put a bunch of gear in the boat. And notice how in this particular boat, Andrew's got the carbon foot bar. So he can either put his feet right on the sides like you would have with a kayak foot brace. You can put one foot in the middle if you want to hack around a little bit. You're leaning the boat one direction. You can put both feet right in the middle if you like paddling like that for a little bit. So the carbon foot bar gives you a little bit more versatility. So if you're a tripper, you're looking for real good cargo carrying capacity, consider the Keewaydin 15 like Andrew. How about a tandem pack boat, folks? Here is the Keewaydin 16, one of our most popular tandem canoes. Really nice cruising canoe, light tripping boat. We have folks that trip up to a week or so in this boat. Beautiful tumble home on the sides. It's really curved in nicely, so if you're canoeing or kayaking, you don't have to reach very far over. We call this Keewaydin 16 pack our limousine. It's got such comfortable seats in it. You feel like you're just going out for a special ride. Now, Adrian in the front has got a canoe paddle, and I do too. So what's neat about this is a lot of people that have sore backs or they're just not comfortable in canoes before, they get in this boat, and because of the comfort of these seats, they just absolutely love it. And you can use either a kayak paddle or a canoe paddle. Both have real nice applications. This particular Keewaydin 16 is the sapphire blue and the Kevlar fusion laminate over the champagne bottom. It comes standard with the kayak foot braces in the back. You can also get it with a carbon foot bar in the back if you like it. So if you're looking for a two-person lightweight pack boat and you really want comfort and to ride in style, the Keewaydin 16 pack is your choice. Cheers. Here is a 2021 Cruiser 14.8 in the carbon fusion laminate with the beautiful raven finish. So it's got the different tiers of blue as you go down the side of it. It's a creation of our lead engineer, Matt. He did a great job on the boat. Now the Cruiser 14.8 is available with what we call a splash deck. And I'm going to show you how quickly I can put this splash deck on, where we put it on both sides. It's got a nice nylon material. You see our logo in the front. So I get it started, and then what I'm doing is I'm pulling really tight with one hand here as I'm going down the length of the boat, and I'm putting, it's got Velcro adhesion. I'm all the way down on this side, so then I can come back to the other side and pull it down tightly. It's got these implosion ABS bars in it, which helps dome the deck a little bit. And this is a really cool feature to get, guys, if you really are the type of paddler that wants to keep your feet dry all the time. So you'll see the fit with this, and this really, your legs tuck under really nicely. So when I'm kayaking, and there may be some drip and spray coming off my paddle, it just really goes on the deck and it comes right off the boat. So it's a really, really cool feature to get on the Cruiser 14.8. Now, I've been out paddling, I've gotten to a portage, gonna go to another lake. This is how quickly, guys, I can take the splash deck off. So I'll go, I usually do one side at a time, and not just rip it off, but do it gently. Show it some love as you bring it off. Come out right to the end. Now what I like to do is fold it in half, roll it up, rolls up really nicely, and it fits right in our seat. So if you get to a carry, you're going to go from one lake to another, you can very quickly just seal it in like this. So the Cruiser 14.8, a great feature. Many people ask about our other models. We will over time have it available for it. So lots of cool boats to choose from. Hopefully you guys have been able to choose the ideal Swift pack boat to suit your needs with this video. Adrian and I have chosen ours, and I want to show you the setup I like to use when I go day paddling. I take a kayak paddle, I take a bench aft canoe paddle, so I tie the kayak paddle on one side when I get to a carry. I tie the canoe paddle on the other side. The blade doesn't fit perfectly, but it fits nicely like this. I've got the yoke set up, and we've had the pick of the litter. Adrian's chosen the boat that she likes the best. This is the boat for day paddling that I like the best. So Adrian, what do you say? It's a beautiful day. Let's go for a paddle. Nice. Oh, you make that look so light, Adrian. Hi-ho, hi-ho. It's off to paddling we go. Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho. Yay!